Pounders, happy Memorial Day and happy Monday. Thanks to those who gave the ultimate sacrifice, family and friends. We're gonna rip the puppy today. We have a 99% fill rate, so we're hitting it on the dot right now. I've done about 60, 65 of them. I did more than I thought I was going to do. Look, let's have a peek. I've done I've done 66. So I'd like to get to 70. That's the goal. One will probably get canceled anyways, and we're just gonna land on 69. It's the way it's gonna be. To start, I would like to touch on the arenas subject, just as like a peace of mind. Last thing, hopefully we hear about this. End of the day, I do think people just want transparency. That's the main point of the post I put out. You have multiple different views. Not two people are going to see this the same as well. So like people just got to come down off your horse, you got to come down off your mighty horse and accept there are different opinions out there, and you're going to hear different opinions, especially when the underdog community, like the underdog team, doesn't step in to tell people like, hey, this is completely fine. Or, this wouldn't be canceled because of this. Or it's being reviewed, which, I got to confirm a lot of priors. It's unfortunate that we can't just like share it with everyone. And I get the reasoning behind it, right? You want to keep that fine line of like, what is cancelable? What is a team that would be looked into, flagged for cheaters, right? You don't want to give them that information because then they have that fine line of where they can kind of just dip their toes under to not be detected. So it's a tricky subject from an underdog standpoint. Employee, I would think the damage control would be a lot better if they were like, hey, this is what we have and this is fine. And you don't have to give out too many more details. Assure the public that you're looking for collusion, which they are. Like I was able to confirm a lot of priors, which is nice. And it gives you just a little closure to, they are looking at the subject and they're taking it serious. So that's probably enough there. I don't want to dip the toes too deep into it, and let's just rip some drafts. let's rip some drafts. We're plus 7 on the puppy, 99.1% fill rate here. We're trying to get 4 in today. We'll see how many we get. We'll see how many likes we get too. We could draft for quite some time. Appreciate you guys showing up. Happy Memorial Day. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't deserve the day off. BBOC, what's up, baby? As well said, definitely not black and white top. Yeah, it's definitely not black. You're going to get opinions from both sides. And at the end of the day, I think people just want transparency, and like then everyone can move on. But yeah, pick 4, freaking obviously just so common for us. I've been having fun with some of my drafts on pick 11, pick 12, just getting 2 of these starting receivers, 2 wide receiver ones has been really fun. Pick 4, maybe. I'm actually surprised to be behind on Lamb too. It's just the pick 1, Jamar Chase. We'll catch up. We just got our second share in BBM, so we're around 8% in BBM. That's really all I care about. It'll even out. The amount of drafts we do in an off season, 600, 700, 800, it'll even out. I'm confident. What's up, Kane? What's going on, baby? Take an elite QB 104. You won't do it. You right. You called me out. You right. We have 16.7% Jefferson, and I don't think I'm slowing down now. Here we go. I mean, we luck into, schedule release against Detroit in a dome, even Giants week 16. Like these are 2 good games for JJ here. These are 2 good games. What time, dude? Someone asked me when I thought the puppy was going to fill, and I was so off, but I didn't calculate the, I didn't calculate the long weekend plus the holiday. I would say this is going to fill within the next 2 hours is what I would guess. I would be pretty confident of that. At the end of the drafts, people just, I don't know what time, if you guys can help me out, I didn't see what time they got rid of slows. Because at the end of the contest, people will rip a ton of slows, try to stretch out the amount of information that they're getting for this contest, which I think is very sharp. And if I wasn't busy today, I would have done it. I usually do right at the end of a contest. Just put like 10 slows in. When puppy too. I am interested to see what Hope Numi and the team does for the next batch of tournaments here. I wouldn't mind something that is like that 4-entry max that we got in the big board. What was it called? The War Dog or something? It was like a $25 entry, 4-entry max, 3 out of 12 advance. I like some of those single entries too. We made it in the finals with our $35 single entry Greyhound last year, and that team was sick. Ended up getting like 14th, but a lot of fun. I love those single entries. The advance rates are just a lot better. Like I think the finals was like 1 out of 5, 1 out of 4 for week 15, week 16, and then like a 35 team final. Just so sick. I would do one of those every day. I would do one of those every day. You started slow last night. Yeah, I'm curious when it went down. It's usually at a certain percent, I believe they take it down. $25 War Room was one of my favorite contests. This is one that we did a slow right before it filled, and we got the news that Palmer was going to Buffalo, and we were on our slow clock with like 2.5 hours left, just sitting there waiting for a little piece of information. And we had Josh Allen, and we get last round Joshua Palmer. And that's like that's the small advantage to doing slows, right? Not using your full clock by extending the time you have. This is just JT for me. And we could mix in Bucky here. Let me turn on. I would love to actually see, because I bet it's extremely low, the amount of Bucky I have. 23%. See, so we actually have a good amount, and it's 29% JT. If I didn't have the tool, I would have no idea. I'm going to just keep going JT there. I have plenty of Bucky and Jefferson. Let's go. On the fly. I like to call this tool best ball overlay, right? Promo code Pounders. Real-time insight, not real-time assistance, real-time insight. It's going to give you insight into your own personal portfolio. Let's go Jacobs here, because I want to say this is going to be low, 5.9%. And this might be our only, it's our only JT Jacobs Jefferson team. Beautiful. Very cool. Very cool. Puppy Slow got shut down in the last hour or so. Thank you. Elijah Moore in Buffalo slept on? Probably. I mean, there's just a bunch of the same dudes there. It's going to depend on what they like. Do they want to use Palmer as the field stretcher? Like he's not really strong at any one thing, Joshua Palmer. So it'll be interesting. And then you have Shakir there, obviously. Just have a bunch of guys. I really don't love Shakir's price, which has not changed in the last couple years for me. I'll mix him in when I have Allen for that correlation, but I've been sort of steering clear. I want tight ends. I want QBs in that range. I have been sort of coming around to the Mooney click, though. It's disgusting, but it's more of a week 17 play against the Rams than it is Mooney, which is, it's kind of funny that the guy who was on Mooney last year just comes off of him. It's all about price and players and ranges, in my opinion. Once we get the spreads, we'll have the spreads up of the game totals and implied team totals on this little hover feature too. I think that'll be cool. All right. No Gilberts in this room. Darn. Yeah, I'm happy with the Elijah Moore landing spot, though. I do think he's live in 20 round drafts. 18, it's like we just don't know enough right now that there's no sense to draft him. Hey, Pat, I'm in a BBM slow with Leone, and so far he's been taking top of ADP, good for advancing, bad for winning. It depends. Like sometimes top of ADP, you're getting a unique combination. So I always want to look at the players that are falling. Always want to look at the players that are falling. And that's why I have the combo tool, because I want to make sure when I'm doing 600 to 800 drafts, I'm getting off the chalky start for myself. I really don't want to go Travis Hunter here, but it might be. You know what? Nah, we have to go receiver, though. We have to go receiver. Let's go Hunter. It doesn't feel great, I will say. I want to adjust his rank just behind Hampton, probably behind Daniels. I have DK at 44. I move up Flowers tremendously when I have Lamar, but without Lamar, I do like this range of receivers, though, which, in my opinion, going a couple early RBs, getting like DK, Pickens, Ridley, even Addison in this range, or in the 5-6 turn. Like Odunze, Olave, Godwin, these guys could be smashes. Diggs we have moving up. Yeah, look, we get DK too. Well, Marion Hampton's there, but we're kind of locked to grab a receiver in this spot. We'll take a couple picks of value on DK. I do think you're going to see Travis Hunter's ADP just go like this all off season. You get news that he's playing defense in practice, like he's going to drop in those rooms on that day. You get highlights that he's making great catches. He's going to get reached on a little bit in those rooms. Also happy to get away from the Jefferson Diggs at 70%, even though I have 40 something percent Diggs. I have 37% Diggs. I don't want 70% of it tied to Jefferson here. What's that? 13 out of 17? It's probably too much. So happy to get away from that click on this draft. But I don't mind being overweight, right? There's two players that I'm overweight on. I don't mind this being around like 30, 40%, but 70% is aggressive. That's a little too much. It's a little too much. Kamara Walker, Hubbard off the board. Calvin Ridley, Pickens, Addison. We got some dogs in here. Shout out to the Rat. Shout out to Mac in the house. Probably a couple lurkers in here as well. The Pack fan. I know he's in the live stream. Not sure about anyone else. Let me know if you're lurking in here. There goes Jawan. I just want like can we get the Ayuk news that like he's not ready to practice so he could fall and I could draft him? I just don't love Jennings in this range. I just don't love it. I'd rather play it through Kittle, Ayuk, but at a good price. Ayuk. Here we go. We're going to Olave in this spot. Wow, this is going to be my first Olave in Jefferson share. That's interesting. That's super interesting. I just slam in the Diggs pick, I guess. But we get a 5-pick slide on him as well, so we'll just continue to scoop some of this value. I could have been AFK this whole draft. I could have been AFK this whole draft so far. Perfect. Makes for great content. Get the spoons out. Get the frickin' there we go. Draft. Thank you. Golden's gone. Judy's gone. This might just be Reed for us. This might just be Reed. Grab her wide receiver 5. Back around. Again, I want to give myself world for teams that we have no idea what's going on. We could have gone Quinshawn for the week 17 there against Pittsburgh. But let's Let's open ourselves up to another QB stack. Also grabbing Kraft and Love, like double stacking that with Jacobs is pretty fun as well. And I think we're gonna be able to get maybe RB QB on the way back around and be pretty happy with that start. We'll see. That's another reason why I like the Diggs click. Like you're gonna land on a ton of May, and May's just someone I want to be overweight on. Just I think his range is just really good for his upside on his legs. And you gotta remember, like the way he started the season, they had 0 designed runs for him. They didn't want him getting hurt. So this year I think it's gonna be a different story. Dylan in the house. What's up, baby? What's up, Lotzie? Appreciate the discourse on the Twitter machine, man. Always happy to talk this shit out. Aaron Jones, Cooper Cup. Got a little early stream today. Noon for the nooners. For the nooners. Wow, Mason at 88. Bring them up. He said, bring them up. God damn. God damn. Couple different ways we can go here. Yeah. Yeah. QBs are flying. QBs are flying. Okay, there goes B-Rob. I kind of like Downs here to pair with JT. And let's just stack these receivers. We get the week 17 Downs with Travis Hunter as well. I wouldn't mind a 3 QB build with A-Rich. Again, you have no idea who's going to be playing in the playoff weeks. And all we know is like, hey, Rich, if he's playing football, there's a pretty good chance he ends up as a top 3 QB on the week. Not someone I can be completely fading in the 170 range. So if I'm going to want to land on more A-Rich, of course, you don't need the correlated pieces. In this case, we get the receiver with the running back. I'll take it. Interesting spot here, though. Interesting spot here. If Warren was there, we're probably going to Warren. I also don't mind just like a naked Kyler. Let's go, Jono. Let's bring in a little Jono here. Who hams? What's up, baby? Fading Pacheco because he was bad and hurt is going to feel pretty silly in a couple months. Yeah. Dude, no one gave him a break for coming off of injury. Like he's like, oh yeah, he came back from his injury and Kareem Hunt was still out playing. I'm like, yeah, he has to like get back up to speed. Hey Douglas, what's up, baby? Hey, let me know what your name is in the Discord. I saw you signed up for the Maxer and I want to get you in the appropriate channels. I think I searched Douglas. I didn't see it. Yeah, I don't see your. Just let me know what your username is in the Discord, my man. Happy Memorial Day, absolutely, and thank you to all the veterans and their families. Absolutely, the ultimate sacrifice. Dude, this is the goal. I'm trying to get to 70. One's probably gonna get canceled, but there's worse numbers to land on. It's worse numbers to land on. All right, I got you. I got you. See, I was not going to guess that, but I did look for the name to add you into the channels. I'll get you on the. Should be able to get you during this. Absolute pro here. Server settings. Roles. Put them in the Maxer group. Put them in the Maxer. All right, we done. We done. What do I want to do here? It's probably a yike. Let's go ETN here. Yeah, Tootin goes next. Maybe we should have went Tootin first. Like, how do we get both? Tootin's been falling, so I wouldn't mind both. It'd been interesting. They go in a pretty good range where getting both is very viable. There goes May. Do we have to go T-Law here is going to be the question. The BTJ drafter has 0 QBs. So if we just surrender T-Law here, we're not getting him back, which is going to feel pretty shitty. Not going to lie. It's going to feel pretty shitty. We already have this double stack, double bring back. Like we're invested here to reach up 10 picks. Let's put it that way. In a nutshell, would I rather Dak over T-Law? Yes, but that's not the offense we're betting on for this specific team. All right, Doug, I got you added. I'll send you a message in the channel. You got to scroll all the way down. Here we go. We'll give everyone a little nip slip here. Trying to get people ahead of the Jarquez Hunter steam the other day, and then and then a couple hours later, like it's too late. It's too late. The slappy's going slap. Yeah, some extra information on Cedric Tillman. You gotta get and then you get to see my exposures every week, which is pretty cool. That would have put you on quite a bit of risers. So and you get the CSV ranks. Max or any tier of the Patreon. Adam, what's up, baby? Happy holiday, man. Stroud, Njoku. Stroud here for the Nico. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Quentin Johnson off at 137. We are hoping for Love, and he gone. Ah, dear God. And Kraft went. All right. We're going McCarthy here. Obviously, we're hoping for McCarthy as well. we couldn't get Love and McCarthy, huh? That was too big of an ask for sure. For sure. It's okay. Pat in the Discord said you'll be doing some weekly winners over the summer. Do you plan on streaming only drafts or some strategy as well? I do hope to do some more strategy videos. Ray Day went. I do hope to do my yearly weekly winners strategy video for sure. Something that people would probably be more pissed about if Gilbert Arenas was doing that in weekly winners, because it's a contest that ends weekly, right? And those rare combinations are 10 times, 100 times more important. But I mean, it's still important if you can push your team to week 17 and you get a nice little ADP slip in the first 3-4 rounds, like players that are rising, right? It has to be like actionable players. It can't be players that, like they have the chance to fall and anyone can get that team. It's players that are specifically rising. If you're targeting those specific players and you're getting them at a value, dude, I'm just seeing this. Michael Pittman went at pick 19. What the fuck? Cancel it. Gilbert made a second account. Nah, it is definitely you won't be mad if you're one of 3 teams that has that combo of early values. That's why we do this. That's why we track this shit. What's up, baby? 58 watching, 25 likes. We are better than that. Who hams head of PR. Appreciate you. Pretty boy QBs. Oh man, we got it. We need some grit. We already know who our third QBs, who we want. I'll see if we get them back. T-Law with the hair. Maybe he needs a haircut. I don't know what it is. Something needs to change. Something needs to change for the boy. Dobbs off. Braylon Allen. He wasn't coming back to us, was he? Would have been a big ask. Tua was obviously one of our pieces that we could have gone as well. I think we just go Strange here. It's between Strange and Roshan, but let's go with the double stack, 7-pick slide. I guess triple if you count ETN. If we get boxed on our third QB, maybe we just go like a Tyler Shuck. It just doesn't feel great. This early in the offseason, someone that's not gonna really rise that much, if you get confirmation he's starting day one, like, sure, instead of 18th, he'll go in the 17th, maybe the 16th at the earliest, but, it's really negligible. Alright, Rashawn's gone. Please, now. That was our backup click. I know, it is his signature. It is his signature. We saw what happened when Burrow went blonde, right? It wasn't good. It wasn't it wasn't good. Let's bring in A-Rich. Perfect third QB for this room. We have both QBs week 17. I don't absolutely love it, but if A-Rich is playing, you're gonna be pretty excited. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. At least we have one QB from what should be one of the top 3 games on the slate from a total points standpoint. Do we go like last round pick Ty Felton with this team would seem really good. I just don't think we need a 7th receiver. Not to say he can't hit this lineup though. Burrow became Slim Shady. Absolutely he did. Yeah, that that only works. Like you can only do that if you're winning games though, right? That's how you avoid the pushback. Let's see our T-Law with Hunter. I bet it's gonna be low because our Hunters. Oh, good. Actually, we got some good correlation there. Strange 60% as well. We love to see that. We love to see that. How about ETN? First ETN T-Law share. JJ McCarthy 70%. Jefferson. How about the Hawk? 10%. Could use some more JJ Hawk. Addison 40%. We're cool there. More JJ Hawk, huh? How much Hawk 2 do you have though, right? Things that matter. The things that matter. There goes Jaceki. Jaceki's just in a good range. Jaceki would have felt good there. Let's go. It's between Dobbins or Neal. Let's switch up to Neal on the spot. Bring in a second New Orleans piece with the Olave correlation. Dude, your guess is as good as mine. you know that Rodgers plus like Lazard is super live for the Steelers right now. You could just feel it. You could feel it deep in your plums. Feel so much better about this draft than mine on stream the other day. Oh, good. Good. A little comeback for you. Yeah, I think you got caught in the last stream. We could stop here with these 2 tight ends if we feel necessary. It's just where's this last click going? Let's go Conklin. Oh, let's not. I guess I have limits set. Dude, I really wish the Q overrode the positional limits. That's like something I feel like needs to happen. It's obviously not a priority, but all right. Well, we bring in a rookie for a 7th receiver. We definitely didn't need a 7th receiver. Now, does anything change? Like we have JT and Josh Jacobs. We are leading into this group anyways. I could see this being completely fine. Jonnu Strange. I guess it's just who we think's gonna make the biggest impact on the roster. Trying to slow down on the estimate, 13.9. Woody Marks. It's probably a tight end. It seems like it's a tight end. National champion Will Howard. Now we feel, oh God, that would be crazy. That would be crazy if he ends up playing like week 1. That would be pretty nutty. You got to think Pittsburgh's still holding hope for Rodgers. What's up, Sean? How you doing, man? We'll see. What's the fill rate at now? Just curious. Oh. All right, so 0.2 in 20 minutes. This is gonna fill pretty quick. Let's get into another one. Whew! Had a spam click. We went Sanders. We'll take a little fall on it. I had a spam click. I saw that at 000s. I didn't care what tight end it was. These 20-second clocks will catch up. Cool. We get the 12 spot. We're next to Shady Advice and the Flock. What is going on? What is going on? This is one of the sharper rooms that we might be in this summer. People give Mason crap, but he's a good drafter. The Flock. The Flock. Flock is in this draft. What's up, Chris? Hartman in the house. You miss 100% of the shots. Yeah, I mean, why not? We could throw hockey quotes into this. Play ball. Play ball. In better news on the Twitter machine, we do have the portfolio optimizer that is coming to you. It's almost live. I feel like I say this every week, but we're actually getting to a close right now. The toughest part was the server transfer, and then just making sure everyone's information transferred over because we started from complete scratch. So pretty sick to say that it's coming, boys. It's coming. And there's no way we're getting any value here. Shout out to the Pack fan. He snuck in this one too. The kid, the rat. The back end here is sweaty. It's sweaty. Sweaty. Yeah. If you just did puppies like last night, you'd be in rooms with like 6 badgeless people. Website preview. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't wait for the specific team analyzer. It tells you your closing line value on all your big board teams and shit. Oh, that stuff's just so fun to look at. I made a shot. I did not take in high school. A pass went off the back of my head and went in. I've scored quite a few goals ripping shots and just hitting people in the back of the leg. It just redirecting in. It's pretty good. All-star game. Happened in an all-star game. Also took one right off the face-off and just split the D the first play of the all-star game. No biggie. Nothing crazy. Could have went pro. Not true. The pro part. Come on, boys. Give us something. Give us something. Let's go on receiver here. Story. Moral of the story: you make shots you don't take. Yeah. Or you try to pass the puck across the goal line, and the defenseman hits it in for you, and you say you shot it. Still counts. Oh man, is Shady going off ranks? I'm guessing he's going off ranks and he's just joined. I don't know. That was a couple seconds before. Let's go BTJ and let's add in CMC. We'll go with It's not exactly chalk with CMC being a 10.7, so I'm glad he's not at the top here. All right, so this will be 2 out of our 4 teams with, CMC, BTJ. Subtle flex. Yeah, no, we just slipped that story in there, and then, you mentioned, winning states and shit. You slipped that in there too? The good old days. High school sports, the good old days. Alright, what are these freaks doing? Bowers, Nico, Genty, Henry for the flock. Neighbors, AJ Brown, Amon-Ra, Drake London, Puka, and Ladd. You got the middle of the room pissing. This is beautiful. Who brings up T. Higgs? Who brings up T. Higgs? Or are they just gonna keep ripping RBs here? I've noticed bringing up T. Higgs to like 19 or 18, although, I mean, you're typically in this spot with Ladd going here. He's the next best available wide receiver. You have a higher chance of getting Burrow at 67 than you do at 71, where he typically falls in line with ADP. So dragging T. Higgs up to 17, 18, you have a much higher chance of pushing Burrow to 65, 66. That's what I've noticed. And shout out to Bry. Or Ben, I should say. Ben's got the nuts on the Twitter machine. He pushed a Chase Brown, Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgs team. He got Burrow back at 72. Elite. How many neighbors BTJ starts do we have so far? Probably, oh man, I don't really remember one specifically. But we have one. Anytime we get any combo of players falling on the back end of the draft, we just take it. Got Chase T, Burrow went at 42 unstacked. That's when, so if that happens and I have that Cincy double stack, for it to make sense in a single game slate, I'm looking to bring in a QB with rushing upside, someone that could break the slate on the ground, right? It's like, if he goes, like, give me like Jalen Hurts, right? And you're just hoping for 2 rushing tutties, spread the ball to Goddard, Dev Smith, AJ Brown. But yeah, it's pain. It's pain. Kyron off at 31. We'll see what we're left with. You got a nice little run at receiver here, though. JSN off. Nice little run at receiver. Rashee Rice getting closer and closer to that 2-3 turn. Closer and closer. There goes Chase Brown, 33. Would have definitely clicked him at 36. There's Mike Evans for the flock. And Brees at 35. And I think we're just double tapping here to try to stay above water. I think we have to double tap. This could be Josh Allen here too, realistically. I think it has to be. Fuck it. We're doing it. Give me the elite. Pick 37. It's like swapping these two, though. We'll take it. I'm curious. Is this probably 28%, so not too crazy. CMC with... All right. So first CMC Josh Allen team. I like that. We have 75% Caleb Williams with our DJ Moore. And 1 Josh Allen team. This will be 2. Cool. Very cool. 2 out of 9. Very good. Very, very good. Tet off, Worthy off, Dev Smith. I mean, we are definitely at the mercy of the room to give us a couple of receivers in this spot, but I know there's a ton of receivers that go here, so we should be more than okay. Coming back around, we're hoping to probably go RB receiver or RB potentially. It's gonna depend what's there. It's gonna depend. Jamo off at 43, Sutton off. The kid's still pissing. Everyone else has at least a running back or a tight end. One team has gone 4 receivers, which used to see this. Used to see like 3 or 4 teams doing this last year. 3 or 4 teams in each pod. Pickens off at 48. I think that's sharp. With Burrow, he said, "Give me that. Give me that." He's taking the stack and the bring back with Marv Jacobs. A little chalky here, but Pickens is a pull up to that ADP. We have him at 46. Yeah, he pulls him up. Nice. Just gets him off the chalk of next best available for, the first click being in the 4th or 5th. Lamar and Jaden Daniels. Already going to make the Josh Allen team a little stronger, just a little bit. But the thing is, you don't know when someone like this is going to stop, right? You don't know when he's going to stop. 52 for Daniels, though, he just couldn't. He was foaming at the mouth with that 10-pick slide. Foaming at the mouth. I couldn't think of a better player to take that value than someone that already has Lamar at 45. We love that. We love that. QBs are sliding in this room. It's becoming a thing. Is Hurts getting back to the AJ Brown team? No! So close. So close. So close. With Zay on the board too. Yeah, he said F that. F that correlation. Kittle gone. Good. That would have been tempting. Ridley. Shady going receiver here, I'd assume. The pack. What happened, bro? You didn't want Kittle? Yeah, he goes Juwan. We're good with that. What if we just did the double tap here? What if we just did the double tap? We get a little slide on Harvey. We'll take it. I try to take these ADP slides on Harvey just because people are all boned up for him. So the double stack in Chicago, I don't know if I love that. Let's bring in Godwin. Let's bring in Godwin. I don't. So like whatever. Like going Rome there is going to force us in a way to go Caleb. I'm not against going Caleb, but I don't want to be boxed in at that pick. I sort of want to go a later QB, someone like T-Law. Now, if they fall to the right spot, I will. I just don't want to be boxed by going double Chicago here. Plus Godwin, he's someone that could rise a pretty quick 12 picks if you get positive news on his injury. And I don't think I'm too overweight at all on Godwin. I think I'm probably underweight. 5.6%. So a little catch-up pick. I had AJ. Oh, yeah. You're the so close, dude. So close. That would have been crazy. To get Hurts at 57 with the double. That would have been crazy work. I can't even get that over here. I can't even get him to slide around the turn. It was a BBM. I think it was the one I posted the other day. I had AJ Brown at like 20, and I went Dev Smith at 44, knowing like, all right, We just need him to fall here. Calculated risk. Calculated risk. There you go, Josh. What's up, baby? Is Harvey a good fifth rounder? Something that we're not going to know until we see the splits of these RBs. Anytime he falls, I want to select him. I selected him early and often when BBM dropped, so I was able to get ahead of some of the ADP rise. Anytime I can get him in the 70s or 80s, I was selecting him. In the 50s, I don't think I've taken him a single time. So pick 60 sort of like my spot. And even then, it's like with CMC, it's a fun combo. With CMC, it's a fun combo. We have the Jacksonville week 16 with BTJ. The kid's still going receiver 0060. Swift gone. Shakir gone. All right. I don't know if I would do that. That's probably where I draw the line. 7. He might not stop. Ayuk gone. Shady, what are we doing, baby? What are we doing? Don't be shady. He goes Cup. This is an easy Pollard click for us. I'm not worried about the news about him and let's bring up Higgins in this spot. Yeah, so we get a little Tennessee. And let's bring in go Downs again for the week 17. Let's go Downs. 8.3%. What percent Higgins are we at? 17.6. I don't mind pulling him up in that spot, but what's the chances he falls back to 108? Very low. Extremely, extremely low. Like next to 0. That's why I don't mind pulling him up there. But this should also get us very different. We're recovered. We're recovered at RB. We can take a pretty long break. We can focus on wide receiver. If we want to grab tight ends, we can. If they fall, if we get someone that we like at 108. But we have to slam receiver still, which this puts us in a good situation. We'll see if we get Keon right on ADP at 107. Who let Josh out of the dungeon? What's up, baby? What's going on? What's going on? We have 128 watching on the Memorial Days. Let's go. What are you guys drinking? What's the beer choice today? Aaron Jones, B-Rob, Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren I've been seeing get pulled up quite a bit. Like, this is the second time I think we've seen the kid do it in the 80s, back-to-back drafts. Ended up 32% Higgins in the puppy. Nah, he's not the type of guy that falls, and this isn't the type of room that's going to let him fall. So I think a lot of the time dragging him up to whatever ADP you need when you need a receiver is just not a bad idea. Structurally, you feel a lot better about your team if you have like 4 receivers through Higgins. And 5th receiver even better, but if you have an elite QB or elite tight end. Oof, wow, Mahomes went 95 here. Wow. With Rashee. Dirty, dirty things. Dirty things, Snack. Dirty things. Mahomes at 95. Nice little 12 pick drop. Full round. There goes Bakey Bake, Earthquake. 99. We'll see if Caleb comes back. If he comes back to us, At 108, I might be tempted. I might be tempted. We might be tempted. Anything more American than Bush Light Apple? Who was saying this? Was this was this PPR Tyler that likes or was it Cody? One of them was raving about Bush Light Apple. Now in college, I was a Bush Light guy. So you're speaking my love language right now of cheap light beer here. Something that I probably wouldn't touch in 100 years right now was PPR. I haven't clicked him yet. I do think there's a low percent chance that Dobbins could be on their radar, enough that I don't wanna be clicking the RB3 in the situation right now. I would rather I would rather just go like Taj Brooks right now. Pittman to the flock. Don't be Andrews. Give us Andrews here. You don't need a tight end. You don't need a tight end. Let's go. Oh, man. Cash us in, boy. Cash us in. For the listeners, 1351, Josh Allen, CMC, RJ Harvey, Tony Pollard, Ryan Thomas, DJ Moore, Godwin, Josh Downs, Coleman, and Mark Andrews. I just tried spelling Coleman with a K. She. How about my Coleman shares with Josh Allen? This is going to be heavily, 44%. Should probably be more. Guess it will be. It'll be up 50%. All right. We're having fun from the 12 spot. I'm not gonna lie. We're having a blast. We're having a blast from the 12 spot, allowing us to just build a well-balanced team, not having to make too crazy of reaches, actually getting some values to fall to us. It's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. And now I think Coleman is a terrible pick at this ADP. I should say, like, I really don't think it's a good pick. I don't want to have this much, but I'm just getting on the Josh Allen click. We're at 13% Allen. This range for receivers is kind of sketch. It does just seem like the land of the QBs smashing in this range, and even tight ends. Mark Andrews at 108's insane. I've said it before. Insane. Oh, God, right? Literally punching the air. They're like, Apple? Apple? Grab a Budweiser. Fair enough. Busch Light was my high school beer. Thank God I upgraded. Dude, I might just have to get a 12 pack just to see just to see how it, when it touches the lips. That's all. See what it does. Yeah, when you get this range of wide receivers, you understand why people like zero RB for sure. Zero RB is alive and well. It's alive and well for sure. Like, you can get the Dallas RB1 at pick 121 and the RB2 at 122. We'll do a zero RB draft one day. It's tough to plan. Like, I'm not going CMC here when he falls 3 picks, 2-3 picks. Someday we'll do a zero RB team. Because there are ranges to target that are like, this guy's a good value. This guy's a good value. And if I was going to do that, I would want to target an elite QB guaranteed. I would want to get one of Bowers, McBride, or Kittle, get the advantage at the onesies. I wouldn't want to just slam receivers like the kid did here. Oh, no, he's still doing it. He's still going receiver. That's going to change the room. That's going to change the room. Herbert goes. He's got a 0.280 start. Oh no. Yeah. You do not need any correlation with Josh Allen at all. If you get it, sure. Like Keon Coleman, there's always like the year two breakout thing that you're just like wishing for, but you saw no signs of it potentially happening this year. Oh god. He should probably be in the 130s. It's all right. If we want our correlation, we just gotta fall into the pack of sheep. Get in line. Get in line. Interesting spot here. Yeah, Besh would have been our pick. Can go Hollywood if we want, or we can just try to turn God. Stevenson here in the 130s feels pretty good. And then go T-Law. Let's go T-Law first. I also like Tucker Craft and just stopping here with 2, but we can probably stop with 2 with Andrews and Strange too and grab that double stack. I don't feel the need to absolutely grab Hollywood. We'd have a mini with Harvey, but kinda who cares? And we'll see. I've seen Kincaid fall quite a bit. Let's push tight end. Let's push tight end. We'll grab our stack. We got a little week 16 bring back. We have week 17 bring back. It's gonna be important to grab that T-Law pick there. Kersey of bestballoverlay.com. Promo code Pounders. Or if you're a best ball guy, you'd use his promo code. 6, 7 are the 1-2 running back in the 0 RB build. Then you take a second QB, tight end, fourth wide receiver, 8, 9, 10. You probably want to be stronger than that at receiver, I would think. It's a 0 RB build. The key to a 0 RB build is don't be weak anywhere but RB, right? RB is a position where it's like you're targeting the Ray Days, the Garendos, Spears. You're hoping he gets 30-40% of the work. He's the number 2 guy if Pollard goes down. Like you're getting these random spike weeks with Algier if he's popping in the tutty that week. Crazy upside if Bijan goes down. But yeah, I do like that range to start. Yeah, if your first 3 receivers in your first 3 rounds, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It all depends how you build it. And there's endless ways to build it. That's the most fun part. You also have to know which room you can do it into. It's going to be a little tougher in some of the sharp rooms. But there's just so many RBs nowadays that are getting touches. Like you're not you're not getting those workhorse running backs as much. I mean, even Derrick Henry on the tail end of his career, like he's not out there if the team's behind. Now, luckily, Baltimore's rarely ever behind. But we'll see. Jacobs could be in line for the lion's share again. It wouldn't surprise me. Bucky's someone that they could lighten the load. They just have so many options at RB there. If Achane gets the lion's share, like we're gonna see him outpay ADP in a crazy way. In a crazy way. Travion Henderson, someone. Are you guys in on the Travion Henderson ADP? Like Pats fan here, if you didn't know. 1.9%. Like I'll mix him in when I need an RB in that spot, but I just don't really find an opportunity to. I feel like I always make an excuse and come off the click. feel like I'm always grabbing like my third receiver in that range. Mm, I don't love the McMillan click here. Does it make sense? Oh. Just like, no, not really. I don't want to do it. Mm, mm, mm. It's probably null here. Strange. We'll bring in our second tight end. We'll be done at tight end. So allow us to just take more darts at receiver or running back. We'll just plan that like Andrews is a good value. Let's bring in null here. Good spot to bring in a rookie receiver. What's up, T? What's going on, baby? Oh my god. If Achane gets 320 touches, first off, I don't know if he'll be standing. A lot of hits for a small dude. But yeah, that's a backfield where you could see him getting the lion's share. It wouldn't surprise me at all. The usage on Jalen Wright last year was really minimal. And that was with Mostert hurt. So, but kind of a dumpster fire year for Miami. Tua out, Waddle out every halftime, Hill missing games, like kind of a mess. Kind of a mess. One sec. Let's see. We got time for another draft here too. We got time for another draft. Goddamn. I try pulling up another window. Next update is going to fix the double tab Underdog. You'll be able to have two tabs or however many you want open. Right now, got a little bug fix we gotta do. So we're done at QB with Allen and T Law, CMC, Harvey, Tony Pollard, and Stevenson. Receivers look good. We're probably going two receivers, and we could go two receivers, two running backs. We could go, most likely, it should just be one more RB. One RB, two receivers, and a tight end. Could be one RB and three receivers. Can take this a bunch of different ways depending on how much you want to lean into this pairing. I do like this range of tight ends. I do think there's players here that could spike into the lineup. Jaceki being one of them. This kid trying to get the draft thrown out. I don't think so. He's not drafting like far out of ADP, but he is punishing teams that do not have enough receivers, which in a way helps us as long as we like our team, as long as our guys hit. One of these tight ends seems pretty good, not gonna lie. One of these tight ends plus a receiver here feels pretty good. Mm, okay. Okay, I lied. I lied. Did I lie? I might have lied. I might have lied. Let's go Jarquez Hunter here. And I think we're bringing in Kada in. Damn, Tyler doesn't like Tolbert in the 18th. I like. Let's go Kada in for a third, and then we're just gonna double tap receiver on the back end here and call it a draft. We'll end up with the 2-5-8-3. I think that's a fun last RB to add to this group. Definitely need two more receivers, and this tight end room's just too sick. I don't think Tolbert's the worst click, man. Like, I don't think he's the worst click. He's probably gonna be splitting time with Turpin, but he should still have what, 65% of the 3 wide receiver sets? Like, I think that's still fine for a 18th round pick. You have the upside of if Pickens or Lamb goes down. I'm cool with it. You still get a decent amount of projected volume. Now, maybe that's more safe of a pick, but I still think there's a little bit of upside. I went way too heavy when the contest opened because, well, he was a riser. This was before the Pickens news. All right. Target acquired. Target acquired. A name just passed right by our eye. Dude, like Tolbert, I did not touch in the big board, but after they didn't draft a receiver, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, no way. Like, shout out to James Eagles. I thought he absolutely smashed on Tolbert because he was one of his like most drafted in. I think he rips drafters mainly. But I panicked, 100% panicked. And I think I got like 80% Tolbert in my first 20 drafts when uh the new contest open post NFL draft. It was gonna be AD. AD was the guy I had my eye on for 204. Jermaine Burton getting some positive coach speak, aka he's not at the casino ripping slots when he's supposed to be at walkthroughs when T. Higgins is out. That's funny though. This Tolbert truthers are a disturbed bunch. It's so good. What's up, Pat? What's up, Pat? Yeah. No, this is why Underdog made positional limits, right? Is to reduce the amount of drafts they have to throw out. He's not going outside of bounds of like ADP. Now he's gonna end up with one QB, it looks like. And it's gonna be like he must be on auto, dude. He must be on auto because these are just insta flying through. So this will be a 2 out of 11 advance. Oh man, we get some of that get some of that EV back here. Oh, Jesus Christmas. I want to do anything but the freaking Diami Brown click here. I want to do anything but. All right. Combo these three. Could also add in is Lazard gone? Could also add in Lazard. Okay, we get our pick. We get our pick. Let's go Wicks with one of them. It's just I don't know. I was completely off of him last year, and this was like the Mooney range for me. Now I'm like, oh shit, like Wicks, just in case Dobbs gets moved, seems like would be a really good value here. And then just give me a spike week guy. If we're going Wicks, I don't want Lazard. Let's go Calvin Austin. I still want to mix in more Ty Felton. I gotta find a way to muster up some more clicks here. I'm at 2.8%. Could just be the piece you need. Week 17. Could just be the piece you need. Pounders, what's up, baby? All right, we're getting in. We're definitely getting in another room here. 99.3% full. Let's rip another one, boys. Let's rip another one. I'm gonna probably do another one off stream and I'll post it in the Discord after I get off. All right, let's read it out for the listeners. 2583, Allen plus T-Law. CMC Harvey. Get that week 16 bring back against Jacksonville. Tony Pollard, Stevenson, Jarquez Hunter is our fifth RB. BTJ, DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, Josh Downs is the week 17 bring back against Jacksonville. Coleman, Jalen Noel, Wicks, and Calvin Austin. Mark Andrew Strange and Cade Otton's just strong. I still think you can stop here with these two, but I'm a sucker for a third Cade Otton pick at the end of the drafts. I think his ADP is kind of broken in a way, but is Puppy slows only now? I think it's fasts only. I'll check for you. +1. And it is, let's see. Dude, we're on the back again. Oh, shit. All right, we get 11 instead of 12. Beautiful. We actually get quite a bit of badgeless in here. We get three badgeless all paired in the middle. I think we dodged everyone but Green Bean. I don't know if there's any other pounders in here. It was +1, so the boys got lucky on the last couple. This one, not so much. Not so much. This will be the most I do for a puppy, which is gonna be just shy of, or it's gonna be 70. I wanna stick to about 50 per, 40, 50 per, and really just to stay in tune with ADP, building different teams, making sure I'm getting my different combos, the teams that I wanna target, the risers, the fallers. You know, you gotta make your exposures look better, boys, right? 30-second only. Okay, that's cool. It's good for the drafts. It's good for the drafts. I mean, Underdog, since they put people on auto after 2 missed picks, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. Not the neighbor I wanted. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be the neighbor. I'm gonna be your Underdog neighbor that has a pool and kids. Just nonstop noise. There is no saving my tooting exposure. I don't know. I'm guessing you're too heavy on tooting, but I can't be certain. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. I'd be a little more worried if you said that about, like, your Jaden Blue exposure. That one would worry me. That one could just be a 0. Jefferson goes at 5 in this room. God damn. God damn. Dude, Pep, that's crazy. 35%. That's cool, man. You gotta think, like, they went out and got the guy. They targeted him. Like, they knew who they had at RB. So, it's definitely bullish. It's definitely bullish for Tootin. We tried bringing in both in not the last draft, but the room before that. I also think that's a fine strategy for the Jacksonville backfield. Wouldn't do it often. But ETN was our third RB. Would have been fine with Tootin as RB4. Puka goes here every time. Unless he wants to catch up on CMC. We're gonna go Nico here. Let's reset this real quick. Nico plus how much Nico London? All right, that's a good amount of Nico London. We actually have a Nico AJ Brown share. No Nico Ladd because we're not crazy. Very low actually on the Nico Derrick Henry, which is just chalk. Let's just go chalk because it's not gonna be chalky for us. And we can get different in the third round potentially. Look at that. 50%. Well, it's only 6 teams. Only 6 teams for Henry. For whatever reason, the click seems gross this year. Obviously, age. You're looking at touchdown regression, but could he just repeat? He could. He definitely could. He definitely could. I mean, his touchdowns last year was set to what? Was it 10 and a half? 10 and a half rushing touchdowns? 1,900 yards. Oh god. Bro, big smash. Bro, big smash. Even two on through the air is crazy. That's just that's just a product of the environment with having to cover Lamar on the ground and deadly. Deadly in that offense. I would like to see Baltimore make it to the Super Bowl or, like, whatever, or like Buffalo. And as a Pats fan, like, I just wanna see exciting games, right? Last year, the repeat, I wasn't actually too mad with it besides my playoff best ball. I did not have that one darted down, the repeat. And maybe that was more hopium than, than anything. Yeah, it's a heavy workload, dude, for a guy his age. And I mean, like, who else? Who else they gonna give it to? They're gonna mix in some more Keaton Mitchell this year. Keaton Mitchell was, one of the more fun clicks for the big board, 20th round. I don't see how someone could fade Henry this year in good faith. It's gonna be tough. I I want my 8%. I can't say I'm gonna be overweight on him, but shit, they gave the dude 340 touches. Like, guy's gonna go boom. Guy's gonna go boom. Takes care of his body. A lot of touches for a dude that age, but yeah, it's really the only thing you can knock him on. Not to mention, like, when you start bringing up, like, the statistics of players, RBs in specific at that age, like, hitting the cliff, you always wanna be 1 year ahead, and people tried doing that last year, and they got fucked. They got fucked big time. I'm lucky I think I was 10 to 11% Henry last year. 10 to 11%? Where we going? Drafts, I'll figure it out in another room. Where's the Selly? See what the exposies was. Now, Barkley, I think I only landed on 5%, but Henry, we were overweight. Results. That's it. Results. Adams gone, JSN gone, Rice gone at 30. We need receiver here. He goes Evans. Damn, we gonna get cooked. Are we getting cooked at receiver in this room? I think we are. Let's get freaking weird. Let's get weird. See what this guy does. Goes Josh Allen. We probably just gonna go one of these RBs, to be honest. It doesn't matter which one. Let's go Kyron. We're at 7%. Let me find it. Four with 507 drafts for post NFL draft. 13% Derrick Henry. 4% Barkley. Smashed on one, missed on another. I had a cover, little cover blanket. And I don't think any of my finals teams. I don't think any. I think I had 5 finals teams. I don't think any of them had Henry. Let me check. Which is funny because you could be on a player and you're just like not guaranteed. You're not guaranteed shit. Like even your highest drafted player to fall on your finals teams. Ha! One of that 4% Barkley though hit. 4% Barkley. P Dubs. BTJ was a smash. My God. No Derrick Henry there. Which I don't think he did much in week 17 anyways. I don't really remember how week 16 went. 4.8 points from Achan in the finals was detrimental to the Greyhound final team. My God, detrimental. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember how the season ended, but I don't think Henry did much on the back end. He had week 15 he blew up. Week 15 he nope, he had 3 good games. Like no, these are one sec. These are that's playoffs, right? Oh God. No, those are playoffs. Week 18. It was Houston, right? It was Houston, Baltimore, and it wasn't even a game. 147 yards and a tutty. The week before that, 162 yards, no tutty, but still 16, 17 points with 2 catches. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see, like, right, like, was he starting to fall off towards the end of last season? It doesn't look like it. His last 3 games were 24 touches, 27, and 20. That week against Cleveland, 100 well, it was week 18, I think. 138 yards and 2 tutties. Yeah, week 18. He goes Kittle. Yeah, we would definitely want Kittle there. Let's go Addison. This is why you bring up JMO. Get that little correlation there. It's just gonna be different. You can get Addison pretty easily, but with Nico, it's gonna be different. Yeah, we're just pushing Burrow along here. We're just pushing Burrow along. But for who? I think we'll grab another Godwin share here. Henry's bad week 15. Yeah, it's 8, 17, 16, 15. Yeah, he had 14 touches, 67 yards, no tutties, no catches. Yeah, 6.7 points is tough, but that's even better if he's a low advance rate piece and then he smashes. It looks like week 17 he had 20, 21 points, 22, 20, 23 points. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, this is a fun one so far. This is a fun one so far. P47 Dubs. What's up, baby? How you doing, man? Week 17, baby. Keep it on the ground. Keep it on the ground. Put it in the bank, he says. Put it in the bank. It's so funny how like you'll do like 6, 7, 800 drafts and you're hoping for anywhere from like 5 to 15 finals teams. Like 15 would probably be running pretty hot depending on the contest that you're doing, assuming they're not all like high stakes. And you just can't control which ones. It'll be like your favorite player, your highest owned player, and he's not on your finals team and he smashes again. Just so little control. All you can do is build those correlated teams. And this is why I stress sort of just getting different through the first couple rounds and just knowing what your combinational ownership is when you're doing 100 plus drafts. When we're doing 7, 800, like I absolutely need this. As a non-bias Ravens fan, I agree. Okay. What's Pep? What's your Lamar exposure? What's your Derrick Henry exposure to this year? Those are 2 numbers I want to know. How many more to max the pup? It's 99.7% full. It's looking like 482 entrants. Divide by 12. No, I saw that he was on. I was busy, to be honest. I was at the wife's in-laws for the weekend. We got back today. I was supposed to get back last night, but, I wanted to catch the rest of that Knicks game. Couldn't believe they came back. That shit was crazy. I couldn't believe they came back. Martin, bring in the bearish case. I have 0% Henry, and we'll probably never click him. He plays like 40% of the snaps, and relying on him having big runs and tutties. Not what I want in my second round pick. It depends on the game script. He's very game script dependent. If they're playing from behind, he's not going to be out there that much. However, if they have the lead and or they're close, they lean on him, and they lean on him quite a bit in the red zone too. You can't doubt that a 2 like, he is a spike week type guy, not someone I really wanna fade, like, especially, like, look where he goes in weekly winners. I think he goes at, like, pick 8, pick 7. Obviously, a different contest. You're still looking at advance rates and juggling who's a good advance rate player versus who has upside or just high floor. He definitely has a lower floor than most in that range because if he doesn't get in the end zone, oh my, you're gonna give me Diggs at 83? There's no way, right? There's no way, right? I feel like we're committing crimes right now. I feel like we're committing crimes right now. We don't have to go bakey bake here too. Like we have Drake May, Goff, Stroud, JJ McCarthy. We have a lot of different ways we can go. We can go the double stack in Minnesota here. No, we can't. We can go Ayuk here if we wanted to as a sixth receiver. Kind of puts us in a weird spot, I think. Mm, let's do it. And then he said live a little bit. And we'll bring in Ayuk as a sixth wide receiver. We're going to have a ton of QB options. Green Bean gets Baker pushed to him for the double stack. Look at that. Look at that. What a gift. What a gift. King is going to run wild week 17. It's so funny. Let's put it this way. If you have a Derrick Henry team week 17, you're probably pretty excited. Same thing with like Achan. If you have one of these guys that has an insane ceiling, you're probably pretty excited. Cooper Cup off next. Yeah, Brandon Ayuk as a sixth wide receiver. Like, let's get weird. Let's get weird with our last draft here. Even if he does start slow, like we're probably good at receiver with this group. Maybe we add a super late guy, but I'm pretty happy with this group. This is gonna work. I think this is gonna work pretty good. I think this is gonna work pretty good. We need to catch up a little bit at RB. Three tutties, three tight ends. Like you're doing it. Dude, they just at this point, my team has to combine body parts. Like we just need to sacrifice a leg and just like give it to Diggs. It's too much. It's too much. Shit. The perfect Wandale team. If I had any team in week 17, I'm pretty excited. I don't care if Henry Ruggs is on my team's crazy. Sus, who needs legs? Thing is, like, Diggs looks good. I don't know if people like have seen him cutting. He looks good. He's looked good for like 7 weeks now. And now we're getting the news that he's practicing without Any sleeve on his leg? Like, fuck. Brandon Ayuk's still golfing with a full sleeve on his leg. Brandon Ayuk's someone I think potentially could start on the pup. That's why I'm, like, hesitant to draft him right now. But it's the last puppy draft, like, I'm not gonna get that chance to get him late, so I think it's actually smart to pull him in here a little after ADP. Might as well tack on Amari. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. If this wasn't JMO, I would probably stop with this group. But now you guys are you're sketching me out. You're sketching me out. All right, I haven't hit the promo. If you guys haven't hit the like already, you guys enjoy the content, you're still rocking with me, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 3K subs before NFL kickoff. That's the goal this year. Last year was 2K for a 24-hour live stream. You guys punished me. This year we'll do a giveaway. I'll have some giveaways for you boys. But yeah, Mari and Keenan walk into a retirement home. That's how every joke starts, I think, with fantasy football. This is probably the perfect Amari. Not Amari, Keenan Allen team, though. Just a bunch of olds. He'll just fit in this team's locker room. Wow. Monroe went at 6. Ooh. Ooh. Let's go Charbonnet here. And we just have like quarterback insurance. We just have quarterback insurance. That's why we do it. I didn't think he was taking 2, already having Josh Allen. And makes sense. It makes sense that he went Purdy. It would have been a little sketch passing on a third RB in this range. Feels a little sketchy for what comes back to us in pick 130. Feels a little sketchy. Also, we bring in the stack, bring back with Addison, with Goff, and Nico, a little different combo than your typical Addison JMO share. JMO typically going in this range over here. Never falling back to 59. Very rarely pulled up to 38. I haven't seen a whole lot of it, so. What's the final? 375? 375 team final. It's very much like the big board, except this is 3 out of 12 for the big board, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10. 750 min payout. These are crazy. You get a team to the puppy finals, you're also pretty excited. I've been in the puppy finals twice. Once was, man, what was that my first year 4 years ago? Didn't have a crazy high finish. I finished really high in like the Palm Super Flex though. that was what that's what did it. How many games are you looking at Addy missing? Yeah, 2. I think I'm hoping it's just under 4. JMO is pretty divisive in early rankings discourse this year. I agree. League rules 3. And we'll see. It's like one of those, like, does the case get solved? Like, do they figure it out this year? Do they try to just keep pushing it back? Like, not trying to be a fancy lawyer. We'll just find out together. This is disgusting. This is so true. 225,000 entrants filled in a month. It's disgusting. It's weird. We got to check ourselves. I wasn't part of that 150 crew. 99.7% full. What's up, NU Collected? Good to see you, man. I feel like we've run into each other quite a bit in the drafting streets over the last couple nights. Goff, Henry, Kyron, Charbonnet, Nico, Jamo, Addison, Chris Godwin, Diggs, and Ayuk. Okay, May's gone. May went to the, I was gonna say Kyle Williams team. Where's the Kyle Williams team? 113. Oh yeah, dude, we're gonna get a ton of different tournaments this year. Ton of different tournaments. I'm hoping they drop a couple after this puppy releases. I'm hoping they drop some smaller time frame window fill contests, like in that 30K range. Maybe drop a couple like single entry, a 3 entry max. Some of those. It might be a little too early for like the Dalmatian, the 101s. Might be a little too early for the Dalmatians. Jame almost made it back to us. Javante, I should say. He's not going QB, right? Like we're just going Mims here. Well, we're done at receiver. I'm not passing up on 131 Mims here. Like let's get some ceiling on this team and then just pray. Okay. The prayer worked. The prayer worked. Stroud, Goff. We'll just put off RB forever. It's fine. And tight end. If it wasn't going to be receiver, there was going to be tight end anyways. It's probably going to be a joke too. Let's push the limits. Push the limits. Bring in Mims and Stroud. Puppy, one lobby left. It's filled. That was fast. That was fast. All right, we end with 69. I'm cool with it. Addison was originally at the 4-5 turn. I think suspension risk is somewhat baked in. It is somewhat baked in, but if it heated up, he would fall in certain lobbies. I feel like it's degenerates like us who are trying to save our BBM bullets. 100%. You just want to draft because it's fun, right? Like, it's also good to be involved and know sort of where the ADPs are trending. It's a big reason why I draft the puppies is to just stay in tune. It helps me with the ranks. It helps keep me sharp. I get to balance my portfolio of the week 16, 17 games I'm targeting. I get to see shit like this. 81% Kamara with Nico. Like, that's way off, right? Even like 54% Andrews. Players that aren't really correlated with the playoff schedule even is just odd. So it is also nice getting to see some of this stuff while I'm on the PC. Nico, Addison, again, this is just because ADPs line up. This will probably be a lot higher. If you guys ever download the tool, you're gonna find some shit that's just wild in your portfolios. Like, damn, I didn't know I was clicking it that much, or I didn't know I wasn't getting enough of that certain stack. It's a lot of that happens. Oh yeah, look at 20 max. Yeah, I remember those. Those were cool. They had like the $7 tournaments. They did a great job last year. Just gave us a little bit of everything. What's up, Gabe? What's on? What's going on? Yeah, we stopped. 69 is what it is. Al Boog's in the house. What's up, baby? What's going on, dude? Palmer gone. Wow, a little T-Law fall. 148. 148. Old Daniels with the Lamb bring back. Debo stack. Noel would have been attempt. I can't bring another receiver in though. We have to chill. We're done at receiver. RBs, tight ends. We don't have another QB. We'd have to backstack someone, and that would mean correlating with most likely the tight end. This T-Law value is sick, though. I feel like all the people returning back to fantasy football are smashing the Rashad White click. All right, Algier, save our day, huh? I don't know if that's possible, but if you can, please do it. Look at the QB sliding. Look at the value of QB here in this room. Another one with Penix at 146. T-Law fell 12 picks. There goes Strange. Yeah, I think this has to be RB for us. I think this has to be RB for us. We would like to go tight end here, but I don't think we have the luxury right now. Feel a little better about this now. Derrick Henry, Kyron, Charbonnet, Algier, Brandon Allen. We're obviously leaning in on the top two, but all right, one more RB and 3 tight ends. We call us a team with Goff and Stroud. I think that's the way. I think that's the way this cookie crumbles. If not, it would be another QB stop at RB and 3 tight ends. There's not any 2 tight ends that are left that I'm like ultra comfortable with stopping at. Curious if you guys have a combo back here that you're like, yeah, I'm good with just who's left, Gesicki and like Hunter Henry. And I'll probably have some of those teams probably under 5% though. Penix still sliding. 146. The London team pass on him yet? I think so. London was here. Fields love. Oh my God. Fields love. Could have brought in Penix like 13 picks after ADP here instead of Dobbs. Does he fall back to him at 177? I doubt it. Bichon team has Bo Nix. And he goes Geno Smith to pair with Myers. Might have been able to grab both of those. I think ETR has Penix real low. I love when they just influence different ADPs. I think it's actually a pretty easy way to use it to your advantage when you know if a large portion of people are drafting off of ETR ranks. I think it's an advantage to just kind of fade some of those picks. Like last year was Wicks. Had him boosted way up. They had like Rondell Moore boosted way up. But at the very least, it's important to know like where they have players ranked. I think that's that was sorry. That was just I just threw out 2 names. I just threw out 2 names. I'm good with Henry Juwan or even Gesicki Juwan. Yeah, definitely a bit fragile, but like Gesicki hit my lineup in my 20K win last year. And he was my 17th round tight end on the Burrow double stack with T. Higgs. Yeah, we're hoping that one of these guys makes it to us. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, though. And Gesicki goes. Man, it was looking so good to get one of these guys. It was looking so good. It's going to be an ugly room, boys. It's going to be an ugly room. It's okay. Penix at 176. One pick before. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Where was the Pitts drafter too? Pitts here at the one spot had Dak and Burrow. Must have really needed Rico. Yeah, it was his RB4. And that's why, like, when you draft balance teams, you put yourself in a better situation to be able to scoop those values that fall. It's one of the bigger benefits to drafting balanced teams. Like, not like balanced. Like you're like a 1-3-5-0, right? You can sort of go any which way if a value falls. If you go 0-3-0-0, like you need to catch up at receiver and shit. I think we just go Jarquez here. Let's go Jarquez, and we'll just accept what comes back to us at tight end. We're going too late tight ends anyways. We'll go too late tight ends. Arroyo's another late tight end. They'll inevitably rise after he gets the coach speak. I don't think you're going to see him rise as long as Fant's there, but if they move on from Fant, which they could, if Fant just becomes a cap cut, yeah, he'll go in the 16th. I would love to be clicking more Arroyo. There's like 5 starting tight ends still available. Yeah, this is as late. I like at least getting like K-Dot in here as my first tight end. That's as late as I want to go. You can go later. This is just my preference. Getting one of these guys feels good in your 3 late tight end builds. But I think this one was built pretty good. We have to stop with Goff and Stroud. We don't have like the rushing upside, which sucks, but Henry, Kyron, Charbonnet, Algier, Braylon Allen, Jarquez Hunter, Nico, Jamo, Addison, Godwin, Diggs, Ayuk, Mims, K-Dot and +2. Pretty strong everywhere. We don't have like the elite ceiling at QB. Goff has finished. He had some high finishes last year's as I believe QB1 week or 2 weeks. Let's have a peek. It was QB1 once, QB2 another time, 34 points. QB2 with 41 points. Someone must have went nuke. QB3, 2 QB4 finishes. So I mean, we still have pretty good ceiling there. Yeah, I like both of those rookie tight ends. I like both of those guys. 3 picks away. 3 picks away. We're getting antsy. We're holding on. We're on a tightrope right now. We're holding on. Autoed? I think that was an auto. RB for Taylor? Oh, we go Schultz, mother. So close. Yeah, of course. Of course, you're hyper fragile with Tank Bigsby. Nah, that's fine. Kraft, Chiggy, and Schultz is cool. Gotta give him shit though. There's no way. All right. Let's go Conklin. We get a Charger bring back for week 17. It's gonna be an easy one for us. It's gonna be an easy one for us. Mm, this is the boring click. People want Arroyo. Arroyo's cool. And then he said live a little bit. And then he said live a little bit. Let's bring in Terrence Ferguson. Let's bring in someone with a little bit of upside here. A little bit of upside. And just pray. Just pray it's not a dynasty click for the Rams for the following year, which it very well could be with Higbee still there. But I'm hoping that he sort of proves himself and they can play more 12 on the back end of the season. And yeah, they're just running a shit ton of 12 with Ferguson, Higbee, Devontae Adams, and Puka. I think that's really the most likely outcome. Then I don't think he's really getting out there ahead of Higbee. Maybe towards the end of the season, we'll see. Maybe Higbee gets hurt. Then he would smash. Then he would smash. McVay offense with Staffy playing QB. Yeah. Yeah, the Coach Speak was and shout out to Greg at Coach Speak Index. Really helps me with doing my CSV ranks. Just literally getting the Coach Speak before everyone else. And it's all compiled in one place is so helpful. Said the hair to Higbee. So that's why I say hopefully it's not like a dynasty click for them where they're using that pick for the following year. They also said he has to work on a couple things, but they like where he's at. Think he's worth mixing in at least at the end of drafts. I want to get to more Arroyo, but my God, the splits for just with the Seattle tight ends is pretty gross. I'm not getting on a ton of Sam Darnold, 1.9%, which is probably also why I'm at 0 Arroyo. I can see this changing. I could definitely see this one changing, but just want a little more information right now. And I just value the Rams offense a little more than Seattle. That's it. Yeah, it's posted by exactly. Yep. Really helpful resource. And I think the puppy's full, people were saying. So congratulations. You guys are all sick. 225,000 entrant contest has filled by May 26th. What do we stream now? I love the sprint. And I'm not joining one, but like the sprint there's such a nice advantage to doing the sprint with the overlay where you can see all 3 weeks. You can turn on week 15. I usually have week 15 turned off for regular BBM, puppy. I don't care about week 15, but in this contest, it actually makes sense to look at it. Really helps. Bestballoverlay.com, promo code Pounders, the biggest edge in best ball. Appreciate y'all showing up today. Again, happy Memorial Day, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday. If you enjoyed the stream, hit the like on the way out. Drop a comment if you're feeling crazy. Hit the sub, do the things. I appreciate you guys. Have a good day. Pounders.